What does a losing firm do when left with no choice? To copy might be the only choice. It appears that Bezos' firm is continually striving to catch up with Musk's, but is Bezos truly a Musk copycat? Elon Musk, the outspoken CEO of a few firms, has used social media on several occasions to accuse his competition, and fellow billionaire, of being a copycat. On the surface, it appears to be a trivial comment made by a traditionally serious CEO. However, a deeper examination of some of Bezos' business decisions may indicate otherwise. It is well known that Bezos began Blue Origin before Musk began SpaceX. However, it appears that SpaceX has overtaken Blue Origin. Musk's firm has previously completed successful launches with at least 3 distinct rocket designs and is a contractor for the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, transporting their astronauts to space and safely returning them. This is why Blue Origin is still developing its first human deep space launch rocket. Rather than working hard to create a rocket that can compete with SpaceX's design, Bezos would use his favorite weapon, legal lawsuits and petitions, to catch up with his adversary. For example, when SpaceX attempted to obtain exclusive use of a NASA historic 39A launch pad at Kennedy Space Center in 2013, Blue Origin filed a protest with the government, arguing that the launch pad should be converted into a commercial spaceport, which it would manage and make available to all launch companies. It had no space-worthy rocket of its own, which was ironic. In retrospect, Musk's answer was prescient, as he labeled the move a fake blocking strategy and mocked that SpaceX would accommodate Blue Origin in 5 years if they could build a NASA-certified human-crewed spacecraft that could dock with the space station. He went on to say that finding unicorns and dancing in the flame duct to the rocket was a scenario that was more likely to occur. Blue Origin has no spacecraft 5 years later, which fits Musk's definition. However, SpaceX was awarded the launch pad and was given a 20-year lease. Still, while Jeff Bezos tries hard to land a NASA contract, Blue Origin, like SpaceX, is pressing the Senate to enact a measure that has sparked a lot of debate. A provision in the bill gives NASA up to $10 billion to spend on its moon landing program. The reason for Blue Origin's interest in the $10 billion cost is because NASA only gave SpaceX the contract for the lander. Blue Origin had hoped for 2 businesses, which would have given them a greater opportunity to compete. NASA claimed a shortage of finances as a factor for choosing just SpaceX, who had the least priced proposal and also the most technically feasible option. Many individuals have, however, criticized the law for what it is. Senator Paul Rand, for example, tweeted that Jeff Bezos had been passed over for a space contract. As a result, the Senate now includes a $10 billion rescue plan for Jeff Bezos' space firm. To force NASA to award a second contract, ideally to Blue Origin, the bill being pushed by Blue Origin includes a clause requiring NASA to rectify the contract award within a 30-day period. Because the organization has such a limited window, it is unlikely to establish a new development program. While doing so, Blue Origin is still pursuing a complaint with the United States Government Accountability Office about how NASA awarded the contract. However, Blue Origin's first human space trip was successful a while back, which took place on its reusable rocket, New Shepard, for a total of 13 minutes. Granted, as he told the Miami Herald during his high school graduation as valedictorian, Bezos has wanted to fly to space for a long time. However, this is something Musk could have easily accomplished with one of his reusable rockets, which has already gone to the moon and back. When Elon Musk launched Starlink in 2018 with the goal of providing fast, inexpensive internet to underserved areas throughout the world, he had no idea he was laying the groundwork for his competitor Jeff Bezos to follow, once again. Musk proposed launching around 30,000 satellites into space to transmit internet down to Earth. 4 years later, Bezos is proposing to launch his own satellites to perform the same function as Starlink. With his Kuiper initiative, however, Bezos is doing more than just replicating Starlink's concept. He has established operating headquarters in Redmond. What are the chances of being so near to your own adversary in a nation as vast as the United States, just a few miles away from the facility where Starlink satellites are manufactured? Amazon then proceeded to recruit up employees who worked at Starlink and had critical positions there, even giving them double pay to persuade them to swap sides. That includes the guy in charge of Project Kuiper, who formerly worked at SpaceX as a vice president. What's the status of Amazon's copycat? There's nothing to show yet. Amazon is still looking for a launch partner for its initial batch of satellites, despite the fact that Starlink has around 1,700 satellites orbiting and thousands of customers utilizing its services. Starlink is also attracting major clients, including software giants Microsoft and Google, which want to utilize it to connect consumers to their cloud solutions. Bezos is taking his case to the authorities, seeking to block Starlink from changing its own satellite networking location, as predicted. Amazon claims that bringing Starlink's next satellite closer to the ground will create interference with its own and other firms' satellites. Despite Starlink's assurances that its satellites have been adjusted to avoid this, the FCC has granted Starlink authorization to transfer 10 of its satellites to the new location, indicating that these newest efforts may not succeed. With a final decision on the others to be made later, everyone knows that Elon Musk's electric vehicle business, Tesla, is significantly invested in automobile self-driving technology. He's been fine-tuning the self-driving system, even if it meant battling with authorities over the naming method. Tesla is now the uncontested leader in that area. Then there's Amazon, which entered the self-driving race by buying its way in by purchasing Zoox for $1.2 billion last year. Zoox, a California-based firm, was testing its self-driving technology in San Francisco and Las Vegas using a fleet of Toyota Highlanders. It intended to show off a car that could go in either way and test its own robo-taxi service, but the coronavirus pandemic forced them to postpone their plans. Of course, Musk celebrated the purchase by labeling Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos a copycat in a tweet. This came after Amazon invested in Rivian, an American firm that, like Musk's Tesla, manufactures electric automobiles. Amazon backed up its investment by buying 100,000 electric vehicles from the firm to use for deliveries. While a billionaire has the freedom to invest his money anywhere he wants, Bezos has been following Musk's example in terms of commercial initiatives. Matching the description of a plagiarist perhaps, like the Boring firm, Bezos' next endeavor will be to start building tunnels for underground transportation. When it happens, we're sure Musk will respond with another copycat tweet. Who's eager to see what Bezos is going to copy next? Let us know your thoughts on the topic in the comments section below. A quick reminder to subscribe to our channel. There's a link down below for more Tesla news and conjecture. If you want to learn more about Tesla, SpaceX, and Elon Musk, we have 2 more video alternatives for you to watch on the screen. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more weekly news like this.